We thank the SRSG for Libya and the head of UNSMIL, Abdullah Batili, for his briefing. We also thank DPR of Japan, Ambassador Kimihiro Ishikane, for presenting a report on the activities of the 1970 Sanctions Committee. We continue to closely follow developments in Libya. Normalization, stability, and security in this country are important not only for the country itself and its people, but also they play a key role in the continued development of all of North Africa. The main goal at this stage is promoting a fair, long-term, and lasting settlement as part of a Libyan-led and Libyan-owned political process without any external interference. The cornerstone here is holding general presidential and parliamentary elections. We hope that the stated intentions of the House of Representatives and the High Council of State to finish agreeing on a legal framework for the upcoming elections will be carried out as scheduled, that is to say, by June of this year. We welcome the steps taken in this regard, including the approval of the updated version of the Constitutional Declaration and the establishment of the 6+6 Committee. We call on Libyan leaders to continue to seek reasonable compromise. We emphasize that the electoral process must include all Libyan political forces without discrimination, including members of the former government. Only thus will it be possible to ensure harmony in society after the future elections and avoid a new dangerous escalation of the military political situation. A similar principle would be the key to success for the national reconciliation process. And here we appreciate the efforts of the African Union to hold the Libyan National Conference. Equally important is cooperation for security. We welcome the outcome of the last meeting of the 5+5 Joint Military Commission in Benghazi, during which participants affirmed their willingness to provide all possible support for the security of the future elections. In addition, we note the need to mobilize efforts to pave the way for the integration of the fragmented military components of the country into a unified Libyan army. Achieving this goal will need a great deal of energy and political will. We support the continued work to eliminate foreign military presence in Libya, including the establishment under the JMC of liaison committees with neighbors of the country. Our position on this issue is unchanged. The withdrawal from Libya of all non-Libyan armed groups and military units must be done in a synchronized, balanced, gradual, and phased manner in order to maintain the balance of power on the ground. We especially underscore the importance of coordinating consolidated and good faith efforts of the international community to overcome this protracted conflict. To resolve this crisis, the role of the UN and its key tool, UNSMIL, are more important than ever. We again express our support for you, Mr. Vassily, and your tireless work to find acceptable solutions to this internal political impasse and to give a tangible impetus to political dialogue, as well as the rapid holding of elections on an inclusive, representative, and transparent basis. At the same time, we believe that political settlement in Libya should not be a stage for international rivalries. And this is important mainly so that the Libyan people can at last emerge from the crisis caused by the aggression of NATO in 2011 and put an end to all forms of foreign interference. Therefore, we believe it is counterproductive to pursue any unilateral initiatives to create parallel formats to support settlement without the involvement of Libya itself and other stakeholders. Unfortunately, matters have been complicated by a short-sighted policy of certain international actors, which, under the pretext of commitment to political settlement, are continuing to exploit instability in Libya for their own interests. And here, the energy factor is very important. We believe that all issues concerning control over oil infrastructure and export operations must be resolved by the Libyans themselves. A similar approach should be taken when it comes to protecting frozen Libyan assets, so which in the future ought to be used for the benefit of the Libyan people. Key actors here must not have a double agenda. We recall that revenue from the sale of hydrocarbons as well as the frozen assets are to serve as a material basis for economic recovery and improving the lives of ordinary citizens. We call on all of our Council colleagues to take this approach toward Libyan settlement. I now return to my functions as President of the Council, and I give the floor to and welcome the PR of Libya to the UN, Tahir El-San.